Alright. Okay, let's start. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at SlySloth's Zenyatta play during the first scrim. Just because we haven't reviewed him yet, and I figure might as well give it a shot. Personally, I don't play a lot of Zen, so short of your communication, there's not much. I mean, I might have a little bit of pointers for positioning, but that's probably all I'm going to have. Also, I apologize for being super quiet. I'm going to try to pump up my audio to make it better for you. But it's 1:14 a.m. and people and babies are trying to sleep, so I'm super quiet right now. So it's worth noting there, just call out that, hey, they have a Mercy, they killed themselves. We know that. I know it sounds dumb, but just in case. But I think the biggest thing we're going to look at is if you're getting dived, do you call it? And do you call when you Discord somebody? Those are the two biggest things for Zen, because then the DPS and everything can just hammer into them. And are you grouped and positioning and all that? Okay, so you took a fire strike to the face. It's not particularly good, but it happens. Good job calling Ryan, though it changed. And, oh, Zen picked you good, or Hanzo picked you, but good job calling it out there. That was just a pretty sneaky move. I don't think I saw him, so it's not like he was obvious about it. Yeah, just, yeah, don't even try, don't even think about trying to go out there like that. That's just a bad time. Looks like you, I mean, you're doing the right thing, sitting in the back as best you can, charging your alternate fire. Good job getting the Discord. Sorry, meat shielded, so there wasn't much you could do, but great job on the Discord. I'd call it out, though, just in case. Good job escaping dragons. Go back to spawn. Yep, good. I am liking pretty much everything I'm seeing so far, honestly. So no, your Mercy's low. Your Reinhardt was full health, your Mercy was low. Your Tracer, yep. Discord. Good call. Mercy's. Okay, so you did good in discording Mercy and taking her out, but she's super slow like that. Don't be afraid to go for headshots. Just practice that. You'll get it down and it'll be good to go. That's my biggest tip for there. But yeah, I mean, other than going for those headshots, there was stellar play. Bad play off me, fully admitted. Bad on me. Radiant, if you're watching this, that was really bad time to Valk. We were 2-3 down already. That push was over. I would have liked to save it, but it happens. It's all good. Good job holding trance, knowing that the fight was over and we could regroup. Good job following your main tank. It was a very nice trance. Still lost the Rhine, but that's okay. Nice orb. Throw it. Good job, and you're nearly 40% to your next trance, and you just popped it. That's pretty good. Good work on focusing down the Rhine. I would have liked you to call out the Rhine is on me and Baby Diva, just because that, I know your Mercy was saying help our Rhine, but a DPS might have been able to turn, and if Fire Strike was up, you would have died. Or Charge. Either one was up, you would have died. Good call. So good job of waiting to shoot the Genji until after his deflect was over. I know a lot of people don't, but good job. Just spamming at the shield, it's a good idea. It's a good thing to do. It's not something I can really comment about. Like, you're spamming the shield well. Good call. Good job calling both supports are down. We should have pulled out there as best we could. Thank you. Good orb. Calling the switch for the Winston, I understand it, but I don't particularly think it was a great idea for this comp, but it is what it is. But that's just hindsight. Nice trance. Your trances are on point. Nothing you can do about that. You can't eat it all. I don't know what you could have done better there. Besides your DPS not freaking out about the ulting Genji. As for an opening round, it's solid Zenyatta play. You're not trying to make hero plays. You're not being Jonak. You're not going out and trying to out DPS everybody. You're keeping people up as best Zenyatta can. You're calling most of your discords, if not all of them. I think there's been a couple, and you're doing a good job with either staying. You're definitely behind the main tank, and you're mostly staying out of the fray. I mean, they had a Genji, and I don't think the Genji picked you. The only time you really died farther back was when the Pharah ulted, and I mean, she ulted right on top of you. There was literally no time for you to change, so I think you play Zen really, really solidly. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Brigitte. But yeah, your Zen was very solid. Short of you just pumping up the volume and just a couple of things. I mean, you could just call Genji, 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 Genji. Just throw a little urgency in there. You don't even have to raise your tone much, but just, like, I'm being super quiet right now, and just Genji, 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 Genji. People will focus the Genji there. So if you could just do that, if you don't want to be loud or can't be loud or whatever, feel free to just, like, put some urgency in your voice. Change the tone up a little bit. Your armor pack's down. Shield bash. You have shield bash available, and that hog was fucking your Rhine up. I mean, good job on taking out the. Good job on taking out 2 of the tanks, but like you could have kept the Rhine up just a couple seconds longer, and that might have been enough to help the Mercy out. Seconds, Mercy. Yep. Shield bash that. Put that Rhine shield down. Yeah. Good job, Ooping. Good job. Oh, unlucky pin. Nice armor pack. That was clutch. Rally. Just rally now. Oh, dragons were in. Okay, you were smart not to rally. See, you have better ult control than I do. I have very good hold. Good job. And yeah, who cares if he throws himself off the map on purpose? You held. But I would rally now. I would group up and rally now. Just that way you stack the 100 armor before. Yeah, so your Mercy is down. Stun this Rhine. Good try, but he's down. Just whip shot him away. You're fucked. You are fucked 7 ways from Sunday. So yeah, honestly, you're pulling your weight. Your Brigida seems a little more sloppy than your Zen, but it's still solid. Like you're still a good Brigida player. It's just it looks like you're not quite used to the blend of off tank and support that Brigida is. We don't have much room to hold here, so ooh. Okay, back the fuck off. Yeah. I know you were worried. You could have booped there. Your whip shot was off of cooldown. You could have booped the hog through that hook right there. When you skipped your kill cam, you could have booped him, and he might have gone off the map, which would have been cool. Also, I know you don't know, but your Rhine was really close behind you, like barely missing your aura. Sometimes it helps to just turn around and just walk away, like walk backwards and just see who's there.
I can't get on payload. Oh my god. I could you by away and that was my fault. I backed away for the dragon.
Yeah, no, dude, it wasn't your fault there. You're doing work. I mean, yeah, you were a little bit. I think you tunnel visioned on the Hanzo for like a quarter of a second too long, but I mean, really, that was solid. And this was an awesome trance. And no, I mean that stopped a team wipe. That was more than nothing. Overall, your Zenyatta play is really good. Your Lucio, I would just be a little bit more aware of what's going on around you when you're coming back from spawn. Like, just keep an eye on that kill cam. And for Brigida, just find a balance between your shield bash, like being super aggressive and too passive. I know after the game we said that we felt we were too passive throughout the entire series, and we're going ahead and we're jumping to the third round here, because you were subbed out for the second round. We do have a couple of interesting swaps here, so in terms of the team. So I'd like to see what just your perspective of this all is, and see what you see.
disco.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're alt firing when you should. I feel like you're throwing your discords out. I feel like you're calling them out most of the time. Um, just a little bit more urgency rather than like Ryan's discorded, Ryan disco, or Ryan. Just little, like, you don't even have to be that loud. Just the urgency, having it there. Like Ryan disco. It's it gets the point across. It's a little shorter, and people are more likely to react to a higher intensity. You don't have to shout or yell, but just having that intensity. And our comms get a little bit cluttered. Like, they're good, but they still get cluttered sometimes. So just repeating yourself once or twice or three times might really help that. In terms of if like the DPS don't hear the first time, they're going to hear the second or the third time, most likely. Okay, I would get in the habit of, especially on maps like King's Road, just charging an alternate fire just in case there's someone dumb enough to stand where you can see them right away. So we won the Widow fight. Good job hammering the shield. Discord, yep. Okay, just Discord again. So when Zarya bubbles, it drops the Discord. You saw the icon went away. I know you called it out, which was great, but you didn't put it back on her because the bubble broke nearly instantly. Melee. So before the bubble went up, he was within range. You could have kicked him in the face, and he would have died. I mean, I know most likely wouldn't have changed anything with how that team fight went, but just don't be afraid to incorporate your melee into stuff, especially if they're super low. Good job setting up and waiting for everybody in spawn. I know at this point a lot of us, especially me, was a bit tilted, so you staying calm, cool, collected is amazing, and I applaud you for it. Another tip, as you just spam into a Rhine shield, if you see a Zarya bubble, just aim at one of the corners of the shield. You still hit the shield, and you don't charge the Zarya. Good try. He got a lucky shot, and that McCree's solid. There's so much else we could really say besides that. I mean, you need more than one person, which is why your DPS aren't going into the close quarter room. You need a tank to go in there, and a healer to back him up, or a DPS to back him up. Just because that flash fan the hammer is going to get somebody killed. So heal your Hanzo, just throw the orb on him. Ryan healed around. Yep, nice. Oh, trance. Nice. Good job sticking with the Rhine to keep him up. That was nice. Your Moira you saw was low. Your Moira you see is low, and you're not throwing a healing orb on him. Nobody is being healed. Yeah, that Rhine can get a little fidgety, but that's okay. Good job with the trance following him in, though. That was excellent. That was exactly what you guys needed for that push. I know he kind of made the space, but you kept him up, and you allowed him to make that space, and that's why that push worked, was because of the two of you working together. I know it sounds dumb, but sometimes Ryans will take what looks like crazy charges. Just follow him in, because if you don't, you're guaranteed to lose the team fight, so you might as well try. Whoa, I don't quite know what happened to the video there, but it's obvious. didn't work out well for you. Yes, you're back in spawn. Good job sticking with the DPS here. I wish the rest of the team would have followed, because you could take high ground here and just kind of fuck them up.
Zen's down. Fucking. We were trying to kill the fucking Zen so we could grab dragon.
I'm switching to Vegeta with the Tracer.
Good call on switching to Brigitte with the Tracer. Good job calling the Tracer out. There wasn't much you could do there. The Ryan kind of looks like tunnel visioned a little bit.
Then half.
And
Alright.
that's weird. For some reason on my screen it's messing up. There we go. Okay. I couldn't see any of your cooldowns for some reason. Purely my bad. Nice job trying to kind of block the pulse bomb. And that was just unlucky. The res just came in. Graph placement. I believe your shield bash. Yeah, your shield bash was up, and you saw the Ryan line up for that shatter. You could have waited until he raised his hammer up and then stunned him, and that might have saved the fight. Not guaranteed, but it could have. Just as a side note, like, you work on your shield bashes, and your Brigitte is going to be as awesome as your Zen. Because that was solid. Ejects holding the point here was awesome. Thank you for that orb. That was awesome. Helped me make sure that Hanzo died. So, as Zen, a lot of times, while yes, you have a shit ton of stuff going on, you can be thinking about what kind of ults you've had going recently, or what kind of other ults. Oh, unlucky. Good try. I know you're switching to Lucio out of desperation, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, overall, it was a pretty solid round. Again, I think, I haven't seen much of your Lucio, but I think your Brigitte is probably your weakest support that we've seen. But it's in no ways, like, terrible. It's just not particular, like, it's not what you're best at. At least personally, I don't think.
I think we're going to be pretty close together, so.
But yeah, I think overall you're doing fairly well. I think you have really good intentions, and your Zen play is phenomenal. Your game sense in terms of where you should be is awesome. Thoroughly impressed so far. So we're gonna run that Brigitte back. Really, you should be you are kind of Ryan's pocket. You should be purely focused on him. Think of it like, you're Reinhardt Squire. Like, those armor packs, anytime he dips his shoulder, boom, should be on. Their Reinhardt's coming to fuck your Ryan up, boom, shield bash. And yes, you should be watching out for your other support, but I think you're running a Mercy right now. Yeah, you're running a Mercy, so she's pretty mobile, and for the most part isn't going to need to worry about being dove. But that's definitely something where you're going to be dealing with. Nice job on the armor pack as a just in case. I like it. It was a good preemptive. Oh shit, they're a little too far forward. They might take damage. We don't want them to die. You should be shield bashing one of them. You got the Diva, but the Moira or the Lucio would have been possibly a better target just because they're low and you could have comboed them, hopefully made a stray piece of damage. You're getting the res, which is good, or the Rhine being ready for it, because I mean, they had one last round. Their Rhine did really good. Well, did pretty good. Good job taking cover, making sure you're not able to be hit. And so you can cancel animations with Brigitte. Nice job pocketing Ryan. Shield bash, yeah. Yeah, I would have taken the shield down a little bit earlier. Coalescence would have still come up, but it's still nice. And when you hold your shield up, yeah, you block a little bit of damage, but you're not doing any healing, which your Ryan desperately needed. Like, when his shield was up, you should have been on the offensive, just getting some healing out for him. I know you didn't want to die, but sometimes you gotta just try to keep him up. And I mean, you'll self-heal with attacking too, and you could swing, boop somebody away, or shield bash and then boop somebody away. Like, there's chances for you not to take as much damage, and if your Ryan gets that bit of healing, his shield is gonna lower, he's gonna swing, take some aggro, and then you can shield up and just kind of wait and take a second to breathe, and then when his shield goes up, you go in and do a little bit of work. Nice block. Good job saving the Pharah. That is the only reason she survived. That was fantastic. They're pushing hard. You should have done that a couple of seconds earlier. I know it's hard because a lot of stuff's going on. Stun, yeah. Okay, you tried to whip shot, so that was nice. You recognized she was low. Again, just a little bit faster reaction time with that, and she would have been out of mech. Now, I'm not saying that would have been the end-all be-all, but it would have been good. Just because, I mean, then she wouldn't have killed your Pharah, and your Pharah would be alive. And I believe Pharah has Barrage here. I don't think I've seen it come out, so that would have been huge. Not to say this push loss is all on you, because it's not. You've played a hell of a game so far. But I think that would have been very, very helpful. And again, the desperation swap to Lucio. I'd like to see you actually play Lucio. Like, actually play him. Because I feel like your talent with Zen and your positioning with the added movement of Lucio would be really beneficial. And just, I think it'd be fun to see you to run with that. But overall, I mean, your Zen play was solid. Your Brigitte is where you seem to just not be that comfortable on, and I think it's just practice. Again, that was just unfortunate. It was a good try with the Discord. Short of calling him out louder or with more urgency, that's really the only thing I could think of. So yeah, just play with a bit of a bigger urgency, and like shot call with a bit of a bigger urgency, and yeah, that would be my biggest tip. Shot calling in terms of urgency, getting those discords out, making them known, and work on your Brigitte. Other than that, very solid games. You did good. You carried a fair bit of stuff there. Yeah, very proud of you. You did awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you play. And I think that wraps it up. I mean, there's not much to say when you do good. 80% of it, it's just teamwork in the overall game is the reason why we lost. Good job otherwise. Like, that, it wasn't your fault. You did good. Sorry we couldn't match it. A good game, Sloth. Good job.